Oriange, what do you got this time? Fragments of truth. Oriange would speak with you regarding your mission to prevent Bahamut's return. Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness, though that which he illuminateth... Illuminateth? Really? Seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alisaie, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Graf, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Graf, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty on my mission, Oriange, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Must needs! Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread Primal had bound the shade of Nail of Undarnus under his will. And though thou didst consign the fallen Legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Excuse me. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Oriange. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Oriange. Come what may, I will not stray from my course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. Hey, Zane. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Graf's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible that he may do so again. I the while shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, I am Captain Planet. Full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Sorry. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny that what you say about Graf is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you two have no objections, of course. Assuming you have no objections. I guess two, because Rubix is with me. Good. Now we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could have since found something useful for us. God, I can't read today. I'm so sorry. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think his name was. You don't remember his name? Little Ladyling? I guess that's the opposite of Lordling. Let's go to the Burning Wall. Burning Wall sucks. Burning Wall... yeah. Burning Wall sucked before... like, way worse before flying, and it still sucks now. Like, that's how bad it is. It's like, flying helped a little bit, but it still is, like, nasty and horrible to navigate. Alright. We're going. Oh, it is. Oh, it looks fucking cool as shit. Don't get me wrong. Hey, there it is. There's the fucking internment Hulk. The Spanish word for Hulk. What do you call the Hulk? El Hulk? That sucks. Well, we don't have a word for Hulk. El Hulk? Ellie's his assistant. Oh, it's that guy! That's one of the dudes that was with her, like, when she told Alphina to fuck off. I say, are you not Master Ironchest, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis, sir, at your service. And may I say what an honor it is to meet you. Okay, Sinis. I thought his name was Dex. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it chafes me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of ether to spew forth. This was what gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. Yeah, it is. It's fine. You cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at this thing. Let us await Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. That's Sinis. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you... Oh, give me strength. We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Graf. Doesn't bother you that you have any dialogue? Singing shards are home to blah 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 blah. Okay. I wanted him to say something about, she always gets us mixed up. Because she's a fucking racist. Wow, Elise, I didn't know you were racist against Rogadin. There we go. Let's fly. Hey, there it is. And that big crystal dome. It's a big fucking thing. Hey! He's a good boy. His name's Durandal. Are you okay, Mr. X? Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared that my bones would have been ground up and used to bake bread. They don't bake. I'm relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong with me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on my findings. It's right there. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. No, they retconned that, CBF. They retconned the shit out of that. Especially after they added flying to all mounts. There used to be landlocked mounts that the mounts that couldn't fly. Even like though they like all the horses, none of the horses could fly. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is going to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it. We're losing precious time. What are we to do now? Ring, ring, ring! 'Tis I, Uriange. How did you get this number? Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alize to the ceruleum processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear. They're not going to. They're not gonna make lower quality assets for them.
Oriolja has found a way?
Apart from Wooklamont.
Then we must go to him at once.
Yeah, they're coming out with the expansion. Like, the logic for it is sound, as much as I dislike it. Because why would you make, like, spend man hours making shittier versions of the assets that are just gonna go in the garbage? But you're gonna be able to see and probably design a Femheroth character with the, oh yeah, you're getting free Fantasia as well. You're gonna be able to see and design your character when the, what do they call it? The system test? What do you call that? Benchmark. When the benchmark comes out. Ugh, God, that took you forever. I don't know when the benchmark's coming, but probably soon. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin.
I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan.
This is where we keep coming out. Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not?
Yes. An ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? Even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored?
I feel like her voice is getting away from me. It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hooks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that others may be connected in a like wise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries in the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. I mean, they've said that they're not going to add any more races. Like, that's what Yoshida said. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we propose to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life.
That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Uriange. But I am curious. Did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help but noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence.
Nay, my lady, as you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor.
Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it.
Alright. I mean, I've been bringing a friend with me. He's cool. There he is right now. Hanging out, waiting to help with the thing that that I need two people for. I appreciate you, Dev. Thank you very much. Immortal Flames.
So that must be the modified aetheryte. But what are the Immortal Flames doing here?
Those men may be sworn flames of Uldar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Level Alfie! Get out of here.
Alphino? So it was you who was helping Urianger.
Who else could it have been, dear sister? Yeah. I said earlier that she went off to do her own MSQ with blackjack and hookers, and this is it.
Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public.
Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of our realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. It was at my behest that he kept silent.
We will speak later.
Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire have become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins. And if he must needs be struck down, must needs!
Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether.
Oh my god.
Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy.
Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve.
Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten.
Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alice. But you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, I would be able to tell you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. Alfie, you're not helping this situation. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Level, I would be present for his final moments. Yeah.
Very well. You may join us on one condition. I make the decisions.
God, your costumes are so stupid.
If it please, my lady, my name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. This was all quite awkward, so I'm very eager to get the fuck out of here. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end.
Yeah. Can't happen soon enough. Raban's push. The whole thing in Venture Brothers about push. A push being slang for taking a shit. You have to do a push? Oh, and Alice's voice actress in the voice acting part is maybe the worst. I've been waiting for you, Master Angest. I'm pleased to say that the Aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining interment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalan and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake, if not for your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side. Quest complete! Final coil of Bahamut, now accessible. Alright, let's see what the bosses look like. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one. Interment Hulk IC-06, Central Dex. We're super... The symmetry. The symmetry was kind of funny there. So this is how it looks on the inside.
This Interment Hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We have come to the right place. There is no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since last we beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil.
Okay.
There were receptacles similar to these in the previous Hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dolomon's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times.
Here we go! Boom. Oh, come on. Whee! Is this the one where you have to split? I don't even remember. Neurokinetic link up. No, I guess not. So, dragons and pods. This shit's fucked. I know there's a cutscene here, so hopefully I won't have to do more editing. Oh, this fucking thing. This thing sucks. God. Oh, I didn't clean out my garbage in my inventory. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Get it! Oh, is it invincible? Yeah, it is. Fucking... Ugh. Ah! Get out of here! You bitch! Oh, fuck me. Bam, bam! Okay. Nobody died. Whumph. Sorry, weird dragon kitty. It's only because I got super echo on. I'm not touching any of this crap. Do the duty? Yes. Do I get the cutscene? I do! Cool. It's fucking less I have to edit.
By the 12 dragons, and so many! We were aware that the Alligans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. It's plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here?
This is very FF10. to me. Like the Wall of the Faith.
Dalamud did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. Tell me something, Alice. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that I inferred that the Primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to...
Yeah, idiot! Put two and two together!
God struck me down for a blind fool.
Yeah, even I figured it out.
Bahamut's beloved children right before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but them could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alligans kept them imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Alligan Empire kept an army of dragons here in perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the Primal's existence. Truly, the Alligans' ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of this calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards your own kind, dear sister?
Shut up!
Do not patronize me, Alphino. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Alligans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the Primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on.
Brutal. Alfie, can you be less of a shit? He's so haughty and, like, such an asswipe. Deeper still. It's just like a regeneration grid. 6,835 yalms. Yeah, they're little wieners. I will go right. Rubik's will go left. So this one you actually can't solo. Which kind of blows. Whoop. I think you need 4 on each. You need half the party on each. But you can do it with 2. Whoop. Oh, come on. Touch. Okay, that thing can just go right through it. Whee! Yay! Oh, this boss sucks. This is the one with the fucking nodes. This boss is ass. Oh. It should just be as easy as copying a few files. Or you just remake it and make it better than it used to be. Yeah, this boss is rough. Okay. Can I? Oh, fuck. Okay. Yay, we did it. Bye, weirdo. Say goodnight, Floppy. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Off we go. Is there another cutscene here? I hope so. Hey, cool. All mysteries must be solved.
Why, this looks like a model of Dalamud. Yes.
Why?
For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death. How his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nervandanas. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of our necessity of our endeavor.
The necessity. Oh my god. Can't read. I'm sorry.
Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance.
That's the lore reason. That their parents like dressing up the same.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Oh no, voice acting! Yeah, kinda. Terminal Hulk IC-06, main bridge.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such.
It's weird. It's super weird.
You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
Ugh.
'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the third astral era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity, too depraved for their purpose. The forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Allagon's boundless greed and hubris.
Boy, they sure do.
I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny.
Yeah.
As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Allagon? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix.
Alize and I, Alphino. Alize and I.
Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
So the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth.
Gasp.
If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force.
Must needs!
Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
Answers. So if you didn't know why Summoner gets Phoenix, this is why.
But I thought... No. He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or impostor. It is our beloved grandsire.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
What, you guys aren't gonna help? Suboptimal, go! Bye. Oh. Oops. Thank you. That was stupid. See, that Bennu is a paid mount. Can I just... About BAM! There's Brand of Purgatory. Okay. Sorry. Oh, man. Whee! Bye! Fuck you. Sad, Grandpa. Get the fuck out of here.
Grandfather is truly gone this time, but better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alice, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Grandfather?
Grandpa!
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
Hey, there's the end of Answers, where he was whited out. And for high quality pre-rendered cutscenes. Are those supposed to be the 12? Resolution's pretty low on this. Oh right, he goes fucking Super Saiyan! I forgot! Hey, there's the Bravura. Jeez. Wow. Oh, that big fucking crystal in the middle of him. Oh, so that's what the big crystal dome is in Mordona. At the burning wall? Ooh. Holy crap. That was quite intense.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold. and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety.
All right.
But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground, they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart.
Wow, I'm glad I went and watched these cutscenes.
Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration.
Okay.
Whether it be for man or for dragonkind. The question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find.
Okay. Bye, other grandpa. Does he have 3 Archon marks? I think he does. Alright, we got one more to turn off.
This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm.
Must needs.
Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Aw.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, grandfather. You deserve it.
Touch.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino. Alize. My darling grandchildren. May light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
And tell my piece of shit of a son that I'm so disappointed in him.
Come, warrior of light. Our task remains undone.
All right. No. The reason that we're doing this unsynced is because it's basically as difficult as a Savage fight. It's the only thing in this New Game Plus
An arduous road, but at last we reach its end.
that we're going to be doing unsynced.
Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
Ah.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
So this part bothers me. You'll see their clothes, and their fucked up clothes
Alize!
are still the exact same model. I think it's only Second Coil that has Savage. So look at their clothes. Like the hem here is exactly the same kind of fucked up. I know but it still bothers me.
I had thought it finally over.
Yeah, you wish.
I will not survive another blast. No. Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm.
Must needs.
Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness.
Shrouds of darkness!
I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
How long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last.
Shut up! Shut up, Alfie.
Let me join my strength to yours.
Yeah, anytime. Faster.
In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one.
I know. I can't do anything about it, I'm sorry. They're gonna chunk together. Like some kind of fucked up Voltron. Some kind of super book.
For the future of Eorzea!
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
Okay. Zoom! Six, seven, eight. You're supposed to have 8 people. Oh, it's Skybox. Oh no. They're like, where's everyone else? Oh, here it comes. He's too angry. His tits make mine look small. He's got that big weird chest. Oops. Oh. Is there prevention of can I arms like this? Boy, I sure can. There's face skip prevention. Unfortunately for me. I'm waiting. Thank you. Run in circles. Oh, Aqualung. Burp. So they're on like scripted time. Yeah, there's definitely phase skip protection. Because I think we got him down to 0.01%. Like, oh, here it comes. Ow. Okay. Damage taken by Bahamut's Terra Flare is reduced. Damage dealt is significantly reduced. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know what the 3 is. I don't know what any of this shit means. Oh, 4. Can you kill him in the first phase? Yay! Final coil of pole pop. Let's get out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You did it.
I sure did, Alize. Final coil's way longer than the other 2. God, I'm not looking forward to editing this.
But one task remains.
What are you, Australian now? Her accent is very bad.
With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
All right. Have a good one, Zane. Thanks for tuning in. Nice. Ah! Fucking Flash, stop doing that!
'Tis done. He is truly gone.
Good.
You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction.
Well, the only reason you guys survived was because of the double books, so...
May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Never tell anyone.
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
It kind of sucks. Yeah.
Fear not, Alfino. I understand what must be done.
I shouldn't touch those things.
The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Urianger must be beside himself with worry.
Alize's path. Alize would bring the tale of the 7th Umbral Calamity to a close.
And here we are again. After that descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanalan seems paradisial.
Paradisal?
As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark overlong, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, and that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the Cerulean processing plant.
Report to Urianger at the Cerulean processing plant. Boop. Here we go. Is this the end? There might be more. Ah, the warrior of light returneth undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, for glad am I of thy safe return, but pray are Master Alphino and Mistress Alize? The shreds, you say? So, the other thing that bothers me is that they return in their unfucked up clothes, which implies that a new set of those fucked up, stupid garments were made for them. Here, my friend, forgive us our lateness, we took the scenic route.
Bahamut is no more, the realm is safe.
By the heavens, look at you! What horrors your young eyes must have seen! What suffering your young bodies must have borne! Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once, must needs! I shall make for your poultice, which draweth out...
Be at ease, my friend, we are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that.
Master Louis Soir! Then you met with him once more, but wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend, but first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. Oh, that was Alice. God, I hate that! Sorry. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Orion Ange and I will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it.
But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way.
No,
Not to be further from the truth, Alice.
Uff. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone.
I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it.
Off! Did she just say, like, fuck you under her breath? Then it is settled. Oriange, pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Okay.
Alphino! I hate you! Fuck you! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not?
But of course, dear sister. That which we have just achieved together stands as a testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end, of that I am certain.
Thank you. There is a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me?
Okay. I think it's the Burning Wall, isn't it? Clothes look like shit.
But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment.
She fucking throws that shit in the garbage. Hey, it's me. Look at that, Grandpa.
The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone.
The hell was that? Children! Hey, Breachy!
Is that the mark of Daliak? The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. I've been okay. Hope you've been well too. Let's take a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Halfino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity, and such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agree that it must be so. Oh? Oh! But the thought that the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your deeds, the injustices of it is almost too much for me to bear.
Aww. No, don't sweat it.
Aww. How typical of you, Graf. Ever the hero. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mericidia. For all those who were taken by the calamity.
Put in a meal, Lily.
At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. And when I do, I will fight with all my being.
You do you, honey. I'm proud of you.
You have done so much for me, Graf. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt but that you will continue to help those in need, and grow ever stronger in doing so. I shall endeavour to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphinaud.
I wouldn't expect any less, kiddo.
When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Off she goes. She's gonna go become a red mage. And she'll be back later. Much, much later.